Hey doing legends, we are here for your Draftstars preview of the Thursday night clash. It's going to be a cracker between the Eels and the Storm, both vying for fourth spot. In the outside backs, it's very low in terms of salary cap, but definitely plenty of decent options. You got Gutho, Nofaluma, and also Seve, who have been really dominant the past few weeks. Gutho obviously having his big score. So he's that more of a boom or bust player than guys like Seve, who's been very consistent. You can see there 54 and 48 the last two, 33 his lowest in every game he's played, which is great. So he's someone you could plug in and get somewhere between that 30 odd and a 50 and be happy with that. Nofaluma is also one of those guys like Gutho who is a bit more up and down. So you're probably going to play it as if, do you think Eels are going to win or do you think Storm's going to win? And if you have that extra $400 in the back pocket. Penasini's obviously been pretty consistent of late as well, and he's down to that 12k. So I think if you need to go a little bit cheaper, then he's the guy to go for. Olam's been a bit more up and down as well, and Meany's been pretty solid as well. So if you need someone at the 11,000 mark, there's plenty of options, and then you can go down to guys like Opacek at 10.9, who's pretty solid as well. But I probably would go for Meany rather than going for Opa, just because they're really close in price. With the halves and the hookers, there's obviously a bunch of options here. I would say only picking from the top four there. And Mitch Moses is obviously very clearly dominant when he can get his hands on the footy as much as possible. You see only a 41, his lowest in the last five, with two really big scores of 72 and 87. Harry Grant's been really consistent. Obviously 48 last week, along with Munster's 29, with two low ones for them, and I expect both of them to come out and do a lot better. So I think either one of those three are going to be great. And if you want to go a little bit cheaper, then Brownie's probably going to be a little bit more inconsistent player, but will do the job for you. In the forwards there, obviously Isaiah Papali'i and Sean Lane are the two guns. I'm just going to stick with Sean Lane. I brought him in my fantasy team this week, so if you think I'm a curse, like most people do at the moment, then don't pick him up and go for Isaiah Papali'i as well, who I also own, but less of a pod. Anyway, Laney I think is great. Pick him every week is the way to go. Nelson, again, still played a decent amount on an edge, so I think he can still score pretty well in that spot, but he is very expensive at 16.2. Brandon Smith, obviously a lower score from him last week at 40, but still, if he can get anything above that at 15.9, you're getting some value there. You got guys like Tui and also Kenny Bromwich who've been solid. You got Campbell Gillard. All of those guys can score anywhere between 35 and sort of 48 there. You got Felice Kafusi and Bromwich as well, sort of that mid-30s to 40 odd. So just pick what you need from those types of guys in that scenario. And then from there, maybe, guys like Chris Lewis can get some okay minutes, but again, a 9k, you're kind of hitting and hoping with those that there's a decent injury and they get extra game time. But that's pretty much it for this Thursday evening matchup. I am very excited to watch it after I get home from basketball. I hope you guys have a cracking weekend, and I can't wait to see you in each of the next 4 videos going through these matchups. See you later, team.